This video will show you why Africa respects Julius Malema so much, so please watch till the end.
I'm going to do exactly that. All I'm saying is that you are so prepared to chase people who violate the rules and keep a man who violate the Constitution.
Honorable Malema.
You are prepared to chase out
Honorable
people
Malema,
who are protecting the Constitution
please
in the name of the rules.
leave the
If there is
chamber.
anyone who must leave,
Honorable
it's this
Malema,
one.
leave the chamber.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm elected here.
We will assist you to go.
Wait.
We will assist
Let me
you to
tell
go.
you, wait.
Because
what
one thing
exactly
we would like you to assist
That's
us.
what. That's exactly what made you not to be a candidate of the Women's League. Exactly that. Your conduct has failed you to be a candidate for president because you are irrational, you are impatient, you are partisan. Even your own people have dumped you. After they told you you are their candidate, you went home to do umcimbi, telling ancestors you are going to be a president. After that, they dumped you because of this conduct. Exactly this conduct.
I'm not an EFF member and I'm not a DA member and I'm not a member of any political party, but here's what I take from Julius Malema. A lot of things have been said about him, good and bad. So it's up to you what you take. But it's my first time seeing somebody who's not a president of South Africa being invited into another African country and being celebrated like this. It's my first ever time. And remember, Julius Malema is busy planting seeds and planting around Africa his next move. So watch the clip.
We the people of Nigeria welcome you to our inauguration. Thank you for honoring our invitation. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
On behalf, I'm sorry for the poor quality of my voice because we are preparing to show the world that our democracy is strong and we are great people. On behalf of His Excellency Dr. George Malema, President of the Republic of Nigeria, and His Excellency President-elect Joseph Yuma Wakai, we welcome you to Liberia via the National Council of Chiefs and Elders. We are standing here accompanied by our sister, a strong woman, an advocate for the rights of women. We adore you, we admire you, we say thank you for a true Pan-Africanism. We also thank you for the legacy and diversity of our cultures that unite us as a people. You are welcome in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, and the blessed Holy Spirit. May Allah be praised. May Allah be praised. May Allah be
Council.
praised. And praised.
You are welcome.
You are welcome. Thank you very much. Mr. Julius Malema of South Africa. It's been received
Queen Julie Bendy,
by
traditional queen
the
of
President of the Academic Freedom
Nigeria's
Fighters of
cultural
Nigeria.
ambassador. And I present this as a
Mr.
Nigerian
Emmanuel
fabric
Bongo.
that says Nigeria
And also
is Ebola free and is one of my clothing line. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We'll take you to the
Okay.
dance.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. How are you? Okay. How are you? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Please represent Mr. President.
How do you feel being in Liberia at this time, along with the CRC of Liberia, Emmanuel Gongwe, all the time, have been talking about you, and today the Liberians will be glad to meet you today?
Well, we are very happy to be in Liberia. This is our home. This is part of the continent of Africa. And I'm happy that EFF Liberia has been doing a good work to try and spread the message of economic freedom in our lifetime. We are here to witness democracy and freedom in action, because that's what we want to see in the continent, where elections are held, then the results are announced, and there is no spilling of blood of innocent people on the ground. And that is what we have decided to come and witness in action.
You have been one of the persons who have advocated for change and freedom across the continent of Africa. What is your hope for the newly elected president?
Well, he should service the people of Liberia. He must make sure that he delivers on the commitments that were made during election time. The reason why they didn't give the previous president a second term is because he was not loyal to his own commitment. So now we should not commit similar mistakes. We must make sure there is peace, there is economic development and economic empowerment of African indigenous people, and ensure that the whole continent sings the song of peace. And we must put guns down and resolve whatever issues through dialogue and the power of persuasion.
I'm Sylvester Chidople from Spoon TV. Mr. Malema, how do you intend working with the Economic Freedom Fighters of Liberia to see change in the new government that's coming?
Well, they are our sister organization here in Liberia. We work very close together, and we're going to ensure that we work with them, and we must make sure that they continue to engage with the president-elect and continue to make their inputs. The good thing with the president-elect and the EFF Liberia is that they enjoy a cordial relationship. They are not one party, but they've got some form of respect for one another. And I hope that the EFF will be given that opportunity to continue to express itself and represent the people of Liberia and the African continent. They played a very important role in securing the democracy and the free and fair elections of Liberia. They could not allow any form of rigging. They did not allow any form of manipulation, because the will of the people is supposed to be respected.
Thank you. My name is Willie from Front Page Africa. The EFF establishment in Liberia has been a short while, but has been able to amass a lot of membership across Liberia here in the diaspora. What does a visit bring? Extra thing that a visit brings to the EFF in Liberia?
We're here to affirm the EFF Liberia and to say to the people of Liberia, your permanent solution to economic and political challenges and social challenges that you are confronted with the solutions lies with the EFF Liberia. EFF Liberia is a committed organization that wants to see the African people being promoted, being listened to, being empowered, owning their own countries and owning their own democracy. So our presence here is to say to the whole of Liberia, we recognize the EFF and its leadership here in Liberia, and we want you to continue to affirm them and put a more motion of confidence in their leadership.
Yes, my name is Harris Billy, and I report for Punch FM and TV. I'm much more particular. You have been a very strong critic of the white. That's according to you believe the whites are taken from the continent of Africa. Liberia has been a long-standing partner to the United States, which by our understanding means the incoming government must reaffirm its support to the U.S. government. Do you see the reasons for why Liberians voted for the incoming government that your EFF eras were part of and supported an incoming administration that have pledged a commitment to the U.S. government? Do you see any sincerity in your advocacy across the African continent?
Well, diplomatic relations constitutes, amongst other things, that kind of an attitude. But the EFF's affirmation of the president-elect is not an affirmation of America. It's to say domestically, we find you to be better than the other one and someone that can resolve our issues internally. But when it comes to international policy, we're not seeing eye to eye because we'll never affirm America. We'll never be friends with America. We know what America did here in Liberia and the whole African continent. We know what Europe did. We know what the British have done to our continent. And therefore, will never support colonialism in whatever way possible. But Liberia, even under the EFF government, it will have a diplomatic relationship with the USA. It doesn't mean an affirmation. It simply means we don't exist in isolation.
Okay, so my name is Afonso Kalama, and I report for Shiko News Online. Sir, you are one of the critical voices in Africa. You're going to be meeting and interacting with members of the Liberian Parliament. What's the message to them, as it relates to your goal in fighting for freedom in Africa?
Members of Parliament must make sure that Parliament works for the people. It holds the executive accountable. They must not be sweethearts of the president and ministers. They must look after the resources of the people by holding those in the executive accountable. If you are a member of Parliament and you seek favor and you want to be liked by the president or a minister, you must know you have already failed. We are not in Parliament. I'm in Parliament myself. We're not in Parliament to be liked. We're in Parliament to make sure democracy works. And democracy can only work if the resources of the state are looked after. How do we ensure that? Parliament must always watch over the executive on how it utilizes the state resources. If it utilizes state resources for family benefit and individual benefit and friends benefit or patronage, then the EFF and the members of Parliament must make sure they make the loudest noise against corruption and using the money of the resource of the state for the benefits of certain individuals who are close to the executive.